Good evening. So tonight's Soonest Honest video was called This is What Being Tased Feels Like. This video, I think the boys bought a taser off of Amazon and Mark tried actually feeling the experience that is getting tased. This is a little dangerous. I believe, since like the electricity in the taser is actually can be lethal because it can cause heart problems. There's so much electricity in the human body. Like, I know you don't think about it, but a lot of our system, works in electric sort of ways. I know it sounds like super hippy dippy, but it's true. And if you like have electricity in a dangerous sort of sense, that can cause your heart to stop, sort of cardiac arrest or other heart problems and things. So it's a little dangerous that they did that. I don't know if they really talked about like having any sort of precautions or anything in place in case anything bad happened, like if Ethan was just going to call 911 if like Mark just like died right there, like, or like if any of them know CPR or any of that, um totally wild. But yeah, so Mark tried being tased. I remember like he did it through like a thick sweater first, and I can't remember if he did it through clothes or bare skin. Ethan didn't, which, hey, good for you, Ethan, for like knowing your boundaries and knowing your limits. There's nothing wrong with that. So I thought that was a really interesting video, is an interesting idea, I guess. I guess Mark just kind of always wanted to experience those sorts of things. And I know later on in this Unisana series as well, they, get pepper sprayed and all sorts of other, sort of painful experiences. But, they did the thing. And, it made me have to kind of think over the last day. I've been kind of rolling around in my head, would I get tased if like I had an opportunity to, for like a content creation sort of thing, or would it just be like something I wouldn't bother doing? I don't know. I think if I was in a safe setting, I might try it just to see. I feel like I might lean towards the Mark vibe, but since it is dangerous, I mean, like, definitely, like, that was definitely a big don't do this at home, because I just did a quick Google search because I was curious, like, okay, is there anything interesting about tasers? I remember there was something in the news, like, recently about somebody dying from being tased or something, but like, yeah, there are like, I think like about 50 deaths a year from people getting tased or police tasing people. And it's definitely one of those things that's kind of one of those questionable self-defense uh, things. I mean, definitely, I guess, like, yeah, less lethal than like a gun, but still potentially dangerous. And I think that's important to acknowledge, that even though if something isn't considered the most lethal, that it should still be treated with carefulness. There's a lot of ways that people can die or get killed from like self defense uh, or from equipment that we have. So I think it's important to be safe, and yeah, respect the dangers that be. So I didn't really have a lot else to say other than that. I just kind of was like, would I get tased? Maybe. I might, like if a taser were right there and if I didn't feel safe, I probably would still say like, no, I'm good. But I am also like, yeah, curious how it feels. I think Mark said it felt like a punch to the arm. Like he kind of did say like, yeah, if somebody says, hey, stop like harassing me, I have a taser, like listen to them. Stop, leave them alone. Like I think that's like really the big takeaway message, is of like, if you're making somebody feel so uncomfortable that they feel like they need to use a piece of equipment that could kill you, like a taser, or something very painful like pepper spray, like leave them alone. Like absolutely, I think that's very important to take people's boundaries, especially if you're, yeah, like harassing a stranger or something. Leave them alone, jeez. But like yeah, like I think that's important to know your own boundaries of, things like how Ethan was like, nope, not gonna get tased, not comfortable with that. And also to be respectful of other people's boundaries if if they tell you they will tase you if you don't leave them alone. So, yeah, I don't really have anything else to say. Put in the comments if you have anything interesting about tasers. For whatever reason, also like tasers always made me think of that granny game that Mark played through. It's a horror game, I guess, on mobile phone. And yeah, a lot of people have played through it. I think it's so interesting because that was one of the games that kind of got me back into watching Markiplier last year, actually, during quarantine. Somehow, some other YouTuber had played that game or a different game, and I was kind of like, oh, that game, like, it looks so, like, oh, gross and, like, ugh, it's like, it just makes my skin crawl thinking about it. But Mark did play through it, and it's interesting. I'm not much of a horror game player, but that game does have, like, yeah, one of those tasers that, like, which it's like one of those distance ones that would shoot so you could, protect yourself within the context of the game. But yeah, it's just interesting, like, horror game atmosphere stuff. That's the only thing I ever really think of. Very, very, a lot of Markiplier thoughts with tasers for whatever reason. But yeah, that's my video, and I'm gonna call it a night. I'll see you guys in the next time.